say a few words about Barbara. I thought, how do you say just a few words about Barbara? But I'll try. As most of you know, we started our little family at 460 Main Street, and we called ourselves Century 21 Homes by Honey. As the years went by, we grew and grew, and we became a very large family. We got lots of wonderful new people joined us, but there was always one particularly outstanding nice person, and that was Barbara Cannon, the lady we're here to celebrate today. Barbara was loved and respected by all in our office. She was loyal to everyone. She was always there to help everyone out. There was never an unhappy moment spent with Barbara. We used to say that if the world was made up of Barbara Cannons, we'd never have another war. And that is the truth. Think about it, how lucky we all are to have a Barbara Cannon in our life. And we always loved Al too. Remember the parties we had, guys? We never needed a reason to have a party. I remember one day one of the agents painted our kitchen in the office, and we called the caterer in, opened up the bar that night, and had a party.
I wore my yellow jacket, we had a party.
Yeah, that's right. If Peggy put her gold jacket on, we had a party. Well, it used to be gold or gone.
I'm sorry.
Gold or gone. Anyhow, we raised our children together. We celebrated our grandchildren together. It always gives me pleasure to know that this old Homes by Honey crew still keeps in touch with each other. That's a very good feeling for me. They're like a family. And lots of successful people graduated from there along with Barbara. I'm going to tell you one Barbara Cannon story, and it happened while I was managing the Coldwell banker office. I don't know if it was the first time, the second time. Anyhow, Barbara was in the office in the conference room with a very mature gentleman. I don't know if you remember this, Barb. And he was there with a very young, beautiful woman. And he wanted to buy a house, which was a Bergdorf listing, because I remember having to speak to Olga day after day after day over this. He wanted to buy the house for cash, like him. And yes, and he didn't want he did not want his ex-wife to know that he was buying this house for this young woman. He did not want his name on the contract. He didn't want to use an attorney.
Nothing changed.
And he did not want a home inspection. And Barbara came in to me, and I said to Barbara, cash is only cash when it's cash. Mickey Mouse can come in and say they have cash. We have to see the cash, number one. Number two, his name has to be on the contract, or an addendum has to be drawn, because it's obvious to us this young little thing did not have, and I think the house was over $300,000 at the time. I remember it was a very expensive house in Metuchen years ago. So I went in with her. He didn't like me too much. I mean, he couldn't understand why I would question him about where his money was. By the time it was all over, though, he listened to us. He signed the proper papers so that I could call Olga and we could proceed with the transaction and get the attorneys involved. And it was a workout for Barbara. I remember her coming into the office when he left, closing the door, sitting down in front of me and saying, "So what do you think?" And I looked at her, I couldn't resist it. I said, "I think he's a serial killer." "You do?" Well, that's one of the stories. But that is and the deal went through. The deal went through. Wow. And he's still there. Is she with him?
Barbara, what's his name? Is he still divorced?
Is he still with her? Barb, important. Is he still with her?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
She's a little older now.
Anyhow, our dear Barbara, never change. Stay well. We love you. We love Al. Enjoy his cooking and have a wonderful retirement.
Oh, yes, they.
And Arlene, thank you for giving me this opportunity.